Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Shano, and welcome. And that's off. And welcome, stopping by and just discussing the TRX, the Dodge, or should I say, should I say Ram? I mean, there's no Dodge name on the truck itself, so which is weird. Anyway, let's get down to the nitty gritty of the whole thing here. I'm not going to bore you with a lot of other bullshit. Excuse my language. 2025 is going to be the last year of the TRX as far as the engine. From what info that we have, is going to be replaced with a 500 horsepower Hurricane, turbo engine on a stock transmission. That's going to be like the base model to compare, I guess, to the V6 turbo in the Raptor. And then they're going to probably have a higher output inline turbo. Don't know what the horsepowers are going to be. Maybe more than what the Hemi was pushing. Most likely with a beefed up German transmission that they're using. They call it the Torque Flight, but it's still a German transmission. They just take it, rebuild it, and then they rebrand it. But that's what you're seeing for the TRX. It's not going to completely go away because they kind of just came out with it in a sense. They're going to make a lot of money as far as the last editions with the V8, and they're going to come out with special colors and also their BS and jack the prices up and pull you in that way. And then they're going to come out with the turbo. Now, I'm not saying that the inline turbo thing is not a bad idea. Say like 500 horsepower, it's got better fuel economy, blah, blah, blah. It might be a little bit lighter, maybe. But what I see is the fall of Dodge because once, they wrapped their business around Mopar, around muscle, about Detroit, bringing that back. And they've been doing it for a long time, building up that image and drawing those customers and drawing that attention. And then comes along Stellantis, and now they're just going to put an end to that years. And that's what Chrysler has done. That's what all of them have done. You do something, you do it right, you build it up, people want it, and you get to a point where it's like you're just going to drop off the cliff, and you're going to replace it, and people are going to be like, well, some people are going to buy them, just because they want it or whatever. But I think, in my opinion, if you really want to send a message, you just don't buy them anymore. Like, hell, let Dodge go down. Maybe another company, maybe a Dodge will finally separate itself, or one of the other American car companies, if they, for the most part, maybe we'll scoop them up. But that's what you're looking at. I mean, they could have came out with a new V8. They could have remodeled the V8, the Hemi. They could have came out like a dual overhead cam with, something that's more universal in a 5.7 department. Something like Ford's engine, the 5.0, is very universal as far as how much power it can handle, and to be honest, in stock form, it's really not that. It's not like a terrible engine on gas from all the other V8s and stuff. So they could do something in that area and still give people like a choice, at least give them a choice and keep at least one V8 in the lineup, but just a newer V8. But they don't want to spend the money. Stellantis just doesn't want, and they're going to go electric and all this other crap, and there's going to be a fall of sales because not only when they go electric and whatever else, the prices are just going to keep going up and up and up and up. The more tech, the more electric, the more horsepower, the this and this and that. It's almost like they're just trying to suck people dry with these vehicles. And to me, it's very, very annoying. I mean, 70, 80, 90,000, 100,000, 150,000. I mean, where are we going here? I just saw a Mustang, a brand new one, premium, not even the Dark Horse, going for 60 grand for a Mustang. I mean, that was like the American dream, just getting a nice truck or getting a Mustang or getting something. You get a lot for the value. That was like the American dream, and it's just like it's going away. And when you go to the cheaper brands, it offers hardly anything, or the cheaper model. You get like a Ford Turbo, or you get like nothing in the interior, and just to get that price down. And then when you want some luxuries and some screens and maybe some options in a truck, it's like, bam. Like you look at the 392 Jeep. Just because it's a V8, oh, it's got 392 in it, they jack it up to like 70 something $1,000. It's insane. To me, that's insane. When V8s used to be the standard in a car. I mean, you go back in the day, yeah, I understand the difference between build quality and everything else, but still, back in the day, it was like $3,500. Even though they made a lot less money, like in today's money, blah 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 blah. But still, I mean, you can go down and, like, I remember when you can pick up a Ford Lightning supercharged and stuff, and that truck wasn't even a lot of money. I think it's getting kind of crazy out there. So anyway, that's what it's going to be, guys. Besides the stupid options and everything else, that's the next generation of TRX. It's going to be an inline turbo. There's going to be like one level power, and then there's going to have the higher level of power. And nothing at this point, though, is really a Dodge, except for maybe the body and stuff like that. But like the transmission's German, the engine's going to be French or some crap. At that point, you're an American Dodge or Mopar guy, and this is what you're gonna buy. And that's like me being, say I was a Ford. I lean towards every car. I do like Ford a little bit more, but I love every car. But I can say that, I'll put it that way. It's like buying a Mustang and it's got a Jaguar engine in it or some shit. Like, to me at that point, I'm gonna be like, no, like this isn't, that's not what I want. I understand there's lower grade engines, but have as an option. But once that V8's gone, the car is gone, and that's the way I look at it. It's just no longer what it is. It's just something else. And again, some people, it might be a trade-off, but I don't think they're going to they're going to lose a lot of the customers that want what they want, and they're not going to gain a lot of the customers that already go to that department in other brands like BMW, this and that, for that type of engine setup and stuff like that. So let me know in the comments down below, guys. I just, this is just, it is what it is. You can do all the digging and the hating, but that's what it's going to be. The V8s for Dodges are going to go away completely, and there's not much Dodge and Dodge anymore. So we're going to see what happens, but I think they're going to scramble. In my opinion, I think you should just, that's it. Buy what you bought what you had with Dodge and keep it, and that's it. And, don't buy any other shit. May send a strong message. Hell, I would do it with Mustang too. Cars are getting overpriced and out of hand. Anything in a lower department is just getting lost. And it sucks. Again, the American dream. Just going out the door. Everything's just getting way overpriced. And it's not even staying true to its brand or its heritage. Anyway, well, at least Ford is keeping a 5.0 around. See how long that's going to last. Hopefully forever. But if they get rid of that too, then they're going to make a big mistake also. I just still don't understand the push. Anyway.